Hi, this is Samet Kaplan. This is another episode with Purrfect Podcast. Today, we will have Dr. Lisa Kleiman with us, and she is a long-term veterinarian who's very close to retire in about a few weeks. So, hi, Dr. Kleiman.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
I'm pretty good today. How are you?
Good. I'm fine. Thank you.
Why don't we start with introducing you to our listeners and briefly talk about who you are.
Okay. As Sam said, my name's Lisa Kleiman. I'm a full-time veterinarian at Chico Hospital for Cats. I've been here for many years. I have been a veterinarian for 37 years. I grew up in Waco, Texas, and had 4 brothers and sisters, 5 kids in the family. My father was a physician and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. And we always had animals, and I loved being around animals, sometimes more than people.
So that kind of comes to my next question as well, because you said you were always around animals. Is that the main thing that inspired you to become a veterinarian, or do you have a specific story that kind of like was a turning point in your life and you said, oh my goodness, now I want to be a veterinarian?
Yeah, absolutely. When I was about 10 years old, one of my dogs got hit by a car and had a broken leg.
Oh.
And I remember being old enough to get to go to the vet and have my pet seen, and became really involved in my dog's care before, during, and after the broken leg. And at that point in time, I knew I wanted to be a vet, and that's been my goal. That was my goal ever since I was about 10 years old.
That's awesome. Did you walk into that veterinary hospital and just like the environment and how they take care of animals, or was it just the fact that they were able to help your dog to recover?
Yeah, I like the whole experience. Walking into the vet hospital, the veterinarian seemed to be very caring and empathetic with my dog, who was in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And just the whole procedure with follow-up care on the road to recovery. I remember the vet even sent a get well card to our house.
That's wonderful.
For our dog, and I had thought before that maybe I would be a doctor like my dad, but
Mm-hmm.
I really just was drawn to veterinary medicine at that time.
So first impression is definitely very important.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. All right, so moving on to the next question. After you basically decided to become a veterinarian, what was the most challenging thing for you on your journey to become a veterinarian?
Probably the most challenging thing was getting people to believe in me that I could do it. In high school, I was a solid B+ student, not A+ student. My guidance counselor basically said, "You'll never be a vet." My grades weren't good enough. Sadly, at that time, I was interested in sciences, and I did well in science. And math, I didn't really like. History, geography, U.S. government, so my grades weren't great. So that was a challenge, getting people to believe in me and believe that, it was a journey that I could accomplish.
So even though the high school counselor said you might not become a veterinarian, you just decided to follow your dreams and go for it.
Absolutely. I believed in myself. I had the confidence to continue my journey. Growing up in Texas, I knew Texas A&M University had a great veterinary school, so I applied to go to Texas A&M as an undergrad, figuring that would be the best place for me to be, is at Texas A&M, and it worked out well.
That's really wonderful because if you had listened to the concert, we would not have met such a wonderful veterinarian. So
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it worked out.
And so you became a veterinarian, and I'm sure you had, hard times and good times during your whole career, but especially for the first few years and also after you became experienced, what were the most challenging moments or things that you faced in your career?
Probably the most challenging thing I faced in my career was trying to balance being a veterinarian, working hard, establishing myself, and then balancing work with home life and family. I actually got married the weekend before I graduated veterinary school, graduated vet school the next weekend, and became a wife and a real veterinarian at the same time. And it was tough, especially once 2 kids came along, trying to balance work and home life and family life.
And you had suddenly you had enormous amount of responsibility, both as a veterinarian to your animals, to the animals you take care of at your work, and also at home with your husband, and later with kids. So
yeah, absolutely. And it's not always easy to shut off your brain from being a vet and then being home and then being able to give full attention in a whole nother direction with family, and not getting time for yourself as well.
Not to bring work back home.
Exactly.
So besides the challenging parts, I'm pretty sure you had some moments of fun, especially being in this field. There's always a chance for interesting cases or fun moments maybe. Do you have 1 or 2 moments like that you can share with us?
Absolutely. I try to have fun every single day, when I'm at work, enjoying the people that I work with, the clients that I'm seeing, and being able to meet so many great animals. We spend more waking hours at work than we do anywhere else. So, I generally have fun and try to laugh every single day. Think of one thing specifically, but, it's just, everyday fun, along with, being able to do good work and take care of animals.
And I guess that's what makes you become a good veterinarian and last longer.
Yeah.
To have a more healthier mind.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be very easy in this field to burn out, let the pressure get to you. There are, sad things that happen, every single day, but, we just have to take that in balance, the good with the sad, and at the end of the day, knowing that we are doing well for our patients and our clients.
So, moving on, the other question I had that I'm curious about is, if you can remember some cases in your whole career, did you have an interesting case you can't forget?
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting cases, absolutely. One of the most interesting cases was seeing a little kitten that actually had a dislocated jaw. And I'd never repaired a dislocated jaw, reset it. I didn't feel confident and comfortable that I would be able to do it due to circumstances. Patient couldn't be transferred to a veterinary orthopedist who would probably be able to do it easily. So it was either the kitten was going to be euthanized or, I would be able to repair it. And, luckily I had technicians and people that, backed me, gave me confidence, and the surgery went well, and that kitten did great. And that was fun and very satisfying for me.
It's a proud moment.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing it with us. All right. Let's say I decided to become a veterinarian. What is the most important advice you can give to someone who wants to become a veterinarian?
I'd say the most important thing is to believe in yourself, like I had to way back when I wanted to become a veterinarian. Believe in yourself, work hard, get experience if you can, and give it 110%.
How do you become experienced before you become a veterinarian?
There are a lot of ways. You can volunteer at animal shelters. You can have your own pets. You can volunteer actually in a veterinary hospital if possible, and you can pick programs even as early as high school where you can go into veterinary hospitals and see if it's something that you really want to do.
So the most important thing is definitely to believe in yourself if you decided to become a veterinarian.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, let's hear what your plans are after you retire in just a couple of weeks. What are your hobbies? What are you planning to do? Are you going to travel? Are you going to do more sports? What do you want to do?
Yeah, good question. I've been looking forward to this. My husband's also retiring at the same time. So we do plan on playing pickleball, which is a game that we have both gotten into in the last couple of years and enjoy fully. We plan on going down to the Bay Area quite a bit to visit my daughter and her family. She has one child and a new one on the way this summer, and we do hope to travel as well. I love to hike and camp and backpack, so I think I'll be busy. I don't think I'll be bored at all in retirement.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today with this episode, and I wish you a great retirement.
Thank you, Sam. It was my pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.